Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Frozen Oil. Once again, it's Rich. Game recap number 62 coming at you today. And what a game. What a game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Montreal Canadiens. An unbelievable atmosphere in the building. Just listening to the crowd. How lucky to have been part of that crowd today. Just an amazing hockey game, an amazing hockey environment. It sounded like a Roman Coliseum in there. And whoever had a chance to go to that game got really lucky because it was a really good hockey game. Lots of action, lots of excitement, and of course, a great ending if you're an Oiler fan. So much to talk about in today's episode. We have some trades happening, and we have some great comments on Twitter X, so stick around for that. And since you're here, I'd like to take this moment to kindly ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, we've just hit 600 subscribers, and we want to march towards 700. So thanks to those who have followed. All right, so let's check out these stats. Final score, Oilers 3, Canadiens 2. In overtime, Evan Bouchard with a big overtime goal. Thank God that he got that goal because there was a couple of giveaways there at the end that had a few people up in arms, especially on Twitter X. But he came through, got the game winner, so hopefully that's a big confidence booster for him. So face-offs, 54-46 in favor of the Canadiens. Power play, Oilers go 1 for 3. Canadiens go 0 for 2. Hits, 29-21 in favor of the Canadiens. And have to admit, today, the energy was just completely different. It's like a completely different team than that was on the ice 2 days ago against Anaheim. Completely different team. Way more energy, way more oomph, way more mojo. Draisaitl could have easily got a hat trick today as well. Mcdavid could have got a couple of goals. But overall, the game was just a great game to watch. And, as far as the hits go, the Oilers are behind in the hits today, but a lot more energy from the team, and their skating was a lot better. So good to see that. And block shots, 24-14 in favor of Les Habitants. Giveaways, pretty close. Takeaways, Oilers with 12 takeaways versus Montreal's 2. And there was a few times there where it was 5-on-5 that it just seemed like the Oilers were on a power play again. Just a vicious cycle going on in the offensive end. And Montreal, honestly, they looked lost a few times, but the Oilers just couldn't finish on the chances they got. And another big note was Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner only allows 2 goals, and he played a great game. So hopefully he can build on that and get that consistency that we've been talking about. He did have a very good game today, and there was a new injection into the lineup from the Trent Frederick trade with Jones in the lineup, and he brought so much energy to this game. And don't forget, Mattias Ekholm wasn't playing in this game, so a big miss there for the Oilers. All right, so let's head on over to Twitter/X. Just a quick reminder, you can follow us on Twitter X. Our handle is @FrozenOilHockey, so check us out there. And let's check out, I can't wait to look at this again. This is the Corey Perry goal with a unbelievable feed from Max Jones, the newly acquired Max Jones from Boston. Check out this pass. What a amazing goal by Corey Perry. That makes it 1-0. Montreal does tie it to make it 1-1. And then, on the power play, the Oilers
as the Oilers look to regain the lead.
Watch this snipe.
Perry in the first for Edmonton, the equalizer, and there's Draisaitl.
Didn't deflect off anything.
Throws.
Just went straight in. And the Oilers make it 2-1. So Montreal does make it 2-2. Beautiful feed there from Lane Hutson to tie the game up. And he had a great game as well. We'll get to him in a second here. But in overtime,
Draisaitl protecting, spinning, off to McDavid.
Here comes
10
McDavid.
seconds.
Wheeling and dealing.
Get the last shot here. McDavid.
And an easy tap in for Bouchard.
Bouchard.
Gets a huge monkey off his back. He had a rough game, to be honest with you, especially in the overtime. Before that, he had a couple of giveaways that were just we're very lucky they didn't result in overtime goal for Montreal. But here's a cool one from Anna Banana. Expression says it all, and as you can see, he's so relieved there with that overtime winner. So congrats to Bouchard. Let's see what Bouchard has to say after the game.
What did you think of overtime and just how it went in order for your team to get the victory?
Yeah, obviously overtime went pretty well considering we got the win. A couple of tough turnovers the shift before, so kind of wanted to make something happen the next shift, and Connor put me in a great spot to do that.
Yeah, did you ever make something happen? When you saw Connor kind of spin around, you went straight to the net knowing the clock was winding down. Did you feel like that was and turned out to be your best play?
Yeah, definitely. When you see him try to get the other guy's way that's on him, with his speed, he's going to get around most guys, so I just tried to get open for him.
All right. There you have it from Bouchard. And congratulations to Evan Bouchard. He really needed that goal. Hopefully it's a confidence booster for him. Let's go to the next one here from World Hockey Report. And the Oilers have acquired Jake Wallman from the San Jose Sharks. And if you're wondering who that is, I don't know if you remember this penalty shot. But there he is. He's the one that did the gritty after scoring that goal. So that's who the Oilers have acquired. And here's the next one from Tyler DT. We already mentioned, I mentioned that Hudson had a heck of a game. That kid looks good. And Tyler says, LOL, Lane Hutson is effing insane, man. And yeah, he is good, man. His shimmy shakes and his stick handles are next level. Here's one from Adam at Oilers Adam. Leon Draisaitl is closing in on 50 goals in early March. Is absolute insanity, simply sensational. And yes, it is. Draisaitl with his 46th goal today. So he is having one hell of a year and continued success. The Draisaitl, obviously, potentially he can hit 60 and maybe even more. There's still 20 games left. So next one here is from DNL at Oilers Analytics. Corey Perry has more goals than Austin Matthews since January 19th. DNL just has to give it to somebody. Here is one from Glenn Maw at Glenn Maw. With the additions of Trent Frederick, who, by the way, is the big signing from today from the Boston Bruins. And if you don't remember who he is, he fought Corey Perry earlier this year, and that fight did not go well for Corey. But he's now an Oiler and now Corey's teammate. So they did mention that he messaged him when he heard the trade happen. So Perry's showing a lot of leadership there, and he had a great game today once again. Perry just having a great season. So they signed they trade for Trent Frederick, Max Jones, and in one transaction yesterday, and then today they traded for Jake Wallman from the San Jose Sharks. They did not release, as of this recording, who the Oilers gave up. There are rumors out there that it was a high draft pick, potentially a number 1 draft pick, but they had to wait till after midnight to do this deal. I don't know why, I think for cap purposes, but he is now an Edmonton Oiler. So massive win for the Oilers today. They're going to have to string a few wins together after the kind of losing streak that they had and start climbing back up in the standings because it's super tight. But so happy they got the win, and it was a amazing game, amazing atmosphere. It's always going to be a great atmosphere when an Original Six team comes to town, especially Montreal. I've been to a few of those games, and it's almost half-half. That's how many fans there are there. But an entertaining game nonetheless, no matter who you're cheering for. And so the Oilers officially now have 20 games left. Trade deadline tomorrow, so we'll see if anything else major happens. We'll let you know. And that pretty much does it for today's episode. So appreciate you watching. Thanks for tuning in. And most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Frozen or hockey, the channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Frozen or hockey,